I want to tell you my secret now. I see dead people.
Dead people like in graves, in coffins?
Walking around like regular people. They don't know they're dead. They only see what they want to see.
During stand!
Stop that!
During stand!
Shut up, you freak!
It's simply Greg on the
To the hangout, welcome to the hangout. To the hangout, welcome to the hangout. To the hangout, welcome to the hangout. To the hangout, welcome to the hangout.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ooh, it is that time of the year. I think a lot of people's favorite time of the year.
Price, can I hit him with it?
Oh,
I've
please.
been waiting all year, brother. Can I hit him with it?
Please do it.
Ooh.
Yes. He's been holding that one in the vault, you know. It's definitely one of your favorite times, spooky month, you know what I mean? I love it too. Got to.
Spooky season, dog.
Spooky season, you know what I mean? Spooky month.
Hit the climax.
And this is it. This is what we all wait for. This is what we build up to, just so we can go, boom. Yes, favorite time. But, you know, before we do all that, we got to let you know it is that PRICE. And who do I have on this scary review with me?
Ooh, it's your boy, your favorite ghoul, X the Unannounced, a.k.a. John McClane. Oh, my bad. Wrong movie. Wrong movie. All right, my bad, dog.
That's another holiday movie.
I jumped ahead. You know, Price will let y'all know that you know what I'm saying. It's not Christmas yet. We gotta get through Halloween first.
That's right.
You know how people are, Price. You know, once October 31st turns into November 1st.
Oh yeah, trees are up.
Christmas.
Trees are up. Some people it's October. They're like, y'all can have that Halloween.
I'm just trying to let y'all know, man. Hey, look what's on the horizon. That's all.
Hey, that's right. And technically, I mean, we did review Die Hard for one of our Christmas specials. So I mean, you're on point, bro. Technically, you feel me?
Call back city, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Trying to remind the faithful listeners out there, the Hangerz.
Hey, them A1s since day one, they know what it is. Y'all been riding with us the whole time, man, and we appreciate you. But y'all do know this is how we flow. Right. We got to give you these specials, man. And this time, it's the Halloween special, man. So welcome to the Hangout Experience Halloween Special.
Gather around the campfire and listen to a spooky tale from the Hangout.
Hey man, you know it's funny because you know it's a lot of stuff going on, right? A lot of stuff going on out there. But one thing that I definitely see periodically, and it just kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Our man, you know, Bruce Willis, man. Bruce Willis, you know, I have really enjoyed this man's acting, his career, his movies. You know, definitely brought a lot of joy, you know what I mean, excitement, all things, you know what I mean, little thrillers and everything like that. And just to see what he's going through right now, definitely touched my heart. And, you know, over here at the Hangout, we felt it appropriate to actually make this movie, this particular Halloween special, a little bit of a shout out, man. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of a, you know, tipping of the hat, salute to that boy, you know, Mr. Bruce Willis, especially while he's here, you know, give them flowers while he's here and let him know that, hey man, you're definitely in our prayers. We appreciate, you know, the movies over the decades and everything you've done, you know what I'm saying, for this industry. So.
Absolutely. Just like you said, giving them flowers where they can still smell them, and just letting someone with a great acting career know, hey, it's all love. It's all family over here, man. We appreciate it, and we appreciate every role that you put your best foot forward in, and brought everything to the forefront, brought the action to the forefront, your storytelling, your passion, all of it doesn't go unnoticed.
No, sir. No, sir. And that's what we're going to do today, man. I mean, we're going to give you the review of The Sixth Sense. Ooh, I thought you was coming with the ooh. Let me get a dramatic pause. You know what I mean? Like, don't let down the fans, man.
That's why I was like, I'm gonna leave the dramatic because I was like, I know what they want. We gonna drag it. Hold that suspense just a little.
Oh man.
Halloween. The suspense gotta be it's gotta feel the chill through your body.
That's
Shake
right.
your bones with it. Nah, come on now.
That's right. But of course, man, you know, what they really probably waiting on is what you can only give them, which is just so good at doing. So please break us off with a little bit of that spooky bean footage.
All right, ladies and germs, for your candy corn themed bean footage, here's the Sixth Sense trailer. Ooh.
You know the accident up there?
Yeah,
Someone got hurt.
they did?
A lady. She broke her neck.
Oh my God, but you can see her?
Yes.
Where is she?
Standing next to my window.
Baby, what are you shaking? Cole, what's wrong?
Did you ever talk to your mom about how things are?
I don't tell her things.
Why not?
Because she doesn't look at me like everybody else, and I don't want her to. I don't want her to know.
Know what?
I see dead people walking around like regular people.
I don't see anything. Are you sure they're there?
Sometimes you feel it inside, like you're falling down real fast. You ever feel the prickly things on the back of your neck?
Yes.
That's them. They get mad. It gets cold.
How often do you see them?
All the time. They're everywhere. They want me to do things for them.
I think that they know that you're one of these very rare people who can see them. So you need to help them.
What if they don't want to help?
I don't think that's the way it works.
How do you know for sure?
Is anyone there?
Look out!
Please make them leave.
I'm working on it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Scary stuff.
You know, of course, back then, I wasn't looking for what I look for now. And of course, I wasn't reviewing
Oh, you
movies.
mean in 1999?
The 1999 version. I listen, I wasn't looking for certain things back then. I was just looking at a trailer, and then I saw the movie, didn't think nothing else of it. And of course, as we become reviewers, there's definitely a running theme, and that is most of the times you're going to see whatever didn't make it into the movie, you know, what ended up on the cutting room floor. You're going to see it in these trailers. And I think I saw about 3 scenes that I'm like, oh yeah, that definitely wasn't in there.
Oh, absolutely. And there's some lines in there that
Yes, yes, there were. Yes, there were. Like, I think they know that you're one of these rare people that I'm like, you didn't say that. I didn't make it into the
I
movie.
don't remember none of that.
None
I
of
don't
it.
remember describing how the person ended up dead.
Nope.
Just, I can just see her out my window.
Oh, yep. Didn't say the broken. It's funny you caught that because I caught that too. I'm like, you didn't say your neck was broken, but yeah. Wow.
Broke her neck. Oh, wow. That's some gruesome detail for you to know at your age.
Oh my God. Yeah, man. Wow. Well, hey, listen, things have been making it into the movies and been ending up on the cutting room floor for a long time, buddy. Long time. So this was at least 26 years ago. 1999. So
Yes, sir.
I want to give you guys the synopsis, okay? I want to give you the guys the synopsis, which personally I think AI may have had a little bit of a hand in this. I would imagine this is probably not the first synopsis that ever came out about this movie, but here we go. Young Cole Sear, played by Haley Joel Osment, is haunted by a dark secret. He is visited by ghosts. Cole is frightened by visitations from those with unresolved problems who appear from the shadows. He is too afraid to tell anyone about his anguish, except child psychologist Dr. Malcolm Crowe, played by Bruce Willis. As Dr. Crowe tries to uncover the truth about Cole's supernatural abilities, the consequences for client and therapist are a jolt that awakens them both to something unexplainable. Yes, that is definitely AI. I'm sitting there like, yeah.
It's as if AI was just like, hey, here's a quick summarization of the film.
Basically, like visitation from those with unresolved problems. Like you don't even know any of that until you actually watch the movie, probably about 50 minutes into the movie. They don't even get to that part, So I'm like, really, AI? Okay. Way to spoil the movie there, AI. Like, hello, spoiler alert.
It knows everything. Look at you.
Golly.
Ruining films and whatnot.
Yeah, man. But it's okay. It's okay. This movie was released on August 6, 1999. Director M. Night Shyamalan. It had a budget of $55 million, and it made $672 million, baby. Ooh, wee. I mean,
I don't care what y'all said. 1999,
bruh.
2025,
Bruh.
672.
Bruh.
Is a lot of money.
He might as well almost made him $1 billion, basically, because you know what I'm saying. And yeah, seriously. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though he had a couple of stumbles and everything, if you look at it, his whole category, you know what I mean. It looks good. I mean, he's had more hits than misses, man. So, he's a bad boy. He's definitely a bad boy. Actually, Rolling Stone wrote that The Sixth Sense gave Shyamalan the reputation of the guy who makes the scary movies with a twist. In 2008, Shyamalan said it was a common misperception that all his movies have twist endings, or that they're all scary. All of Shyamalan's movies are spiritual and have an emotional perspective. He nonetheless avoided plot twists for years, until again using them starting with The Visit in 2015. So yeah, that definitely had a nice twist and everything like that. And like I said, I felt him back to form at that moment. He dipped and dabbled and was like, yeah, that don't really work. Let me do what I do best. And that's it. Do what you do best.
Crisco, dog.
Yeah. Own it. So definitely, shout out to M. Night as well, man, for continuing to give us these films that make us think, you know what I mean? Have us on the edge of our seat, and it actually makes us wait all the way to the end to see like how he's going to twist it, and he does it every time, man. He delivers every time. So, now I want to say this before we start talking about this movie. This is a spoiler alert because this movie was released in 1999. If you have not seen it by now, I am sorry, but I will say it. Spoiler alert. If you have not seen it, you don't want the ending or the movie spoiled for you, please just click on off. You know what I mean? There's your warning.
Spoiler. I said it for you. Oh, wait, like Candyman, man. Just like,
Hey.
Spoiler.
You know what I'm talking about?
I ain't gonna tell y'all not one more time, man.
So that was your warning. Here we go. X, let's talk about The Sixth Sense, man. as this synopsis says, we have Cole Sear, young Cole Sear, and Cole has some gifts. But Cole is not alone in this movie, ladies and gentlemen. No. He has the guy, the man that we know is Bruce Willis. And when Bruce Willis is on the scene, man, it doesn't matter, man, if it's people trying to take over the hotel at Christmas or Ghost or whatever. Hey, man, all you need is call Bruce, man. just call Bruce.
It, man. Bruce is the key. He's the secret.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? He is that dude. If you need something taken care of, he will make sure he get it done.
Come on, man. It doesn't matter, right? Now, of course, we don't see him fighting with guns and throwing punches or whatever. This time, he's playing a child psychologist, and that's how the movie starts off. You get to see
he knows how to use his words.
Correct. He knows how to use his words and his mind, and he's you find out in the beginning he's a celebrated child psychologist. I mean, he's celebrated by the mayor. I mean, we talking about plaques, given to him by the mayor. And what we also see, we kind of see that he's actually kind of humble. You know what I mean? And I like them setting him up like that. He's humble. He's not really kind of buying into it. You know what I mean? His wife is more into it. You know what I'm saying? Than he is. He's just kind of like, hey man, I just want to do what I love to do and so forth and so on. But she's like, hey, look, no, we need to celebrate this. We need to really honor this because guess what? You've worked really hard to get this. You know what I mean? This is what we have sacrificed for. And when I say we, I mean because you have even neglected me at some points of time in our relationship in order to become this widely celebrated psychologist. So it's almost like she's saying, like, you better like this. It's like, you better celebrate it because all them times that I ain't see you come home at night and all this stuff here because you sitting here with the kids all night. Yeah, you better celebrate this, homeboy, because I had a lot of lonely nights waiting on my boo to come home. You know what I'm saying? But I understand. I'm gonna hold you down. I'm your woman. I'm gonna ride with you. I know the mission, but don't act like it didn't affect me. Like that's what I took from that, from what she was saying, and just those few little words. And I thought the way she delivered it was so,
impactful. It was powerful, man.
She didn't have an attitude with it.
It was. Yeah, because it was like she could have came from that perspective of, woe is me. You're leaving me alone. Like, I don't like this. I miss my husband. I want my time with my husband, and it just shows the real strength of a woman to allow sacrifice like that for her husband to be able to succeed, and vice versa when a man does it for a woman. You know what I mean? So it really speaks to that strength.
And it showed how much she really loves this dude. You know what I'm saying? That she's like, I understand the sacrifice. I get it. And I ride with you. So I'm not even going to try to make you feel guilty. I'm just stating the facts, though. The facts are, hey, you know what I'm saying? You did neglect a little bit of this, saying you love it. You know what I mean? Maybe even more than me. But that's okay, though, because I ride with you and I know the kids need it. And I'm here to have my husband's back. You know what I'm saying? Like those kids do need that. So I'm riding with your partner. So already in there, bro, I'm like, I like her. I like her, bro. She is like ride or die. I'm with you. Let's go. So unfortunately, this happiness doesn't last long.
No, man, if this was my movie, it'd been over first 5 minutes.
First 5 minutes, yeah, man, yeah.
It was just me. You know what I'm saying? But
it wasted. Yeah,
he has such a people first career. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's not the way we gonna try to handle this. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, he's he's definitely about his patience, for sure. But there's some people that you maybe can't help, or you don't take the time to really, really delve into what it is they need. You're giving them what you think they need, because keep in mind, he's this celebrated psychologist, so he's got everybody telling him, man, you're all that dude. So you know, when you get to that point, you can kind of get a little complacent a little bit and think like, well, you know, I mean, hey, what I think is right and the way I'm gonna diagnose this person, that's the thing. If I say it's this, more likely it's that. Not everyone agrees with that.
Absolutely.
And what we found out was that one of his child patients actually came to visit. You know, they thought that there was an intruder in the house, and come to find out that this intruder was actually one of his patients by the name of Vincent Gray.
He didn't visit in a conventional way, brother. That
no.
brother was you know what I'm saying?
Bucket neck hits.
Because I was like, y'all, what was the? I mean, I don't know the extent of the trauma, but did he need to get bucket naked?
Bucket neck hits. Hey man.
I don't think he needed to get bucket naked.
Hey, bro, he was like, I gotta shed this, man, because I need you to see into my soul. And the only way you to see into my soul is if I'm standing in your bathroom with my Fruit of the Looms on. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna understand this is serious, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. This ain't no laughing matter, man. Let me clam up.
Hey.
Whew.
So
serious matter. No jokes. And
we can already see that Vincent is definitely troubled. Vincent's had some things going on that we don't understand because we just watched the movie for the first time. We like, yo, what is going on? And as you know, Dr. Malcolm is recognizing, oh, yo, I do know this kid. Yo, oh man, bro, hey man, I tried. I thought I could help you, but you had this type of disorder. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was, bro. You know, and my man is like, no. That's not what it was. I was trying to tell you what it was, but you couldn't help me. You said you was going to help me. Do you call this helping me? I'm in your bathroom in my drawers. Do I look like you helped me? No. And what do we...
In that moment, no. It didn't look like he had any help whatsoever.
At all. But somebody was about to...
It's just a lost soul, a lost soul who didn't feel heard. And the one person he thought could hear him let him down.
Absolutely.
In all honesty, that's the perspective of where it came from, man. It was the one person that I thought I could trust to help understand this a little bit more, make the light at the end of the road shine a little brighter. But unfortunately, you know, Malcolm couldn't rise to the occasion.
He could not. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad Vincent didn't rise to the occasion while he was sitting there in his drawers either. So that was actually good.
Oh,
so,
all right now.
So this would have turned into a different movie. So, so you know,
hey, you're right, man.
And so, what did transpire after that is my man Vincent is like, look, man, there's no other, you know, no other way. You know what I mean? No other way out. I can see this. So I'm sorry, man. I'm just going to have to put a hot one in you, man. And you know, he shoots Dr. Malcolm. You know, his wife is, you know, she comes over and she's holding the wound. Of course, now we do know, like we've known
That's
from
what
the
I
movies.
tried to tell y'all, man. I told y'all this would have been a different film. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't have let that bucky naked man shoot me in my home.
Oh yeah.
But you know, again, for the plot, I understand.
It's got to happen.
I let this kid down, and I feel bad that I let this kid down. Let me see if I could try to talk him off the ledge, but it was too late.
Absolutely. And so what we know from, you know, from if you've had any kind of CPR classes or, you know, any things like that or whatever, they'll tell you like, hey, put a little pressure on that wound and so forth and so on, right? You know, so that's what the wife, she acts fast, you know, she wastes no time and comes over and try to help him put pressure on the wound and so forth and so on. And so that's how the movie starts off. I mean, it grabs you right in the beginning. It's like, hey, we're going on a ride, so buckle on up. Now,
especially because, like you said, such a mood flip going from, hey, it's time to celebrate. Grab the good wine out the cellar, you feel me? You know, we're going to crank that thing open, have us a nice little celebratory glass, and the night ends in tragedy.
Yes, it does. Now, we fast forward to a year later. We see Dr. Malcolm Crowe. He's sitting on the bench. He's like he's going over his notes. I did notice that those first notes were about Vincent Gray. So this is still on his mind, you know, his patient that he lost, because unfortunately, after Spitz and Gray decided to shoot Dr. Malcolm, he shot himself and committed suicide. Which, by the way, I'm gonna bring back up later because it's actually, you know, strange to me that something didn't happen with that, by the way. Anyway, bring it back. So we're looking at Vincent Gray's notes, and then all of a sudden we see the door opens across the way at the little brownstone, and out pops young Cold Sear. All right, and it looks like that is possibly who Dr. Malcolm is interested in, because we can see he has notes about Cold as well. And Cold seems like he's going to school and everything, and Dr. Malcolm is just, you know, he's following behind him and trying to get a good look at this, I guess, possible new patient. First place we see Cold go into is a church. And I was like, what's that all about, huh? Yeah. So Dr. Malcolm follows him into the church, and you know, we see that he's, you know, playing with some, you know, little military men and whatnot, you know, say in the church, and that is where Dr. Malcolm gets to initiate contact with Cole, who at first seems a little skeptical of Dr. Cole, you know, Dr. Crow. You know, like, kind of look at him like, who are you? And, you know, of course, he introduces himself like, hey, I'm a doctor, and, you know, you're my new, you know, patient, hopefully. And, you know, I'm just trying to come here and trying to help you, brother. But of course, Cole is a little skeptical as well, like I was saying. And, you know,
yeah, right, and rightfully so.
Yes.
At the same time, because you got to look at it from the perspective of, you know, so many people in my life have treated me one way. I don't want to bring somebody new in my life and they do the exact same thing.
Absolutely.
Let me vet this guy out real quick, you know.
Yeah. And stranger danger, bro. I don't know you. They like my mama introduced you.
Danger, my boy.
You know, which I would say is the first red flag. That's the first red flag. Mama didn't introduce us. You just kind of walked up on me in the church, bruh. But, you know, stranger things have happened. We get to see that Cole seems a little troubled, I would say. You definitely kind of notice that he's a bit of a loner. You know, kind of stays to himself. It is a little, I'm gonna say a little weird. It's not weird for a kid to go to church or anything like that, but for him to go in there, you know, by himself, and he's kind of hiding out between, you know, the pews and everything like that. And it's like, what's going on with this boy? There's things that transpire throughout this movie with Cole as Dr. Crow tries to get him to open up more and more and more. We know that he's I would say, I don't want to go as far as say bullied in school, but he's definitely not popular. He's definitely not someone that everybody's like, hey, go call Cole. Cole, you want to come over and da-da-da? No, he's not that kid. Kind of sticks to himself, you know. You can see that he's, I don't want to say distracted, but he definitely has other things going on because he's not doing things like the other normal kids do. You know, normal kids just playing and talking and laughing. That's not Cole, man. Cole seems aged. You know what I'm saying? He seems aged. He seems like very, very aware of other things that other kids are not. Very mature, for sure. Very mature. He definitely able to hold a conversation with an adult, hold his own with an adult. And
it seems like you get the perspective of that because of the fact that he doesn't seem to blend in with the kids.
Absolutely.
Too much that it seems like he spends most of his time with adults anyway.
Yeah. And I think there was a reason for that. You know what I mean? What we find out as the movie goes on, I think that's, you know, possibly why he was seemed a little bit more advanced, you know what I mean, than some other kids. But that's also part of the problem. That's part of the reason that I feel like we feel this emotional pull toward Cole is because technically we want him to be a kid. You know what I'm saying? We want him to be a regular kid like everyone else, but unfortunately,
deserves, man. That's what he deserves.
yeah, and unfortunately, his abilities, as they wanted to put it on here, supernatural abilities,
His superpowers.
right, they won't allow him to be. So Dr. Crow he definitely has his hands full when it comes to Cole. But we know that he's coming off of the incident that happened with Vincent Gray and feeling like, hey, I couldn't help this kid. So we already know, like, hey, we want him to help this when we want to find out what's going on. But with Cole, you have to take your time, because Cole's not ready to tell you everything what's going on. So there's a lot of, kind of prodding, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey kid, let's talk. Let's tell me what's going on. But I like the way that Bruce Willis is approaching it. You know what I mean? He's not getting angry. He's very soft spoken, right? You know what I'm saying? Very understanding, very patient.
Brother.
Yeah.
He had to learn a different means to communicate with a patient.
Absolutely.
Because maybe in other times, one way has led to his success. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you, again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So that style that he was implementing in the beginning, maybe it worked majority of the time.
Right.
Until he come across the one case where, hey, a different approach is necessary. And he was quickly able to adapt to that and say, okay, well, I'll make sure that this kid knows I'm in his corner. When he's ready, I'll be there.
And that was the right way to be, because doing that allowed Cole to build trust with him, and get to the point where he's like, okay, well, apparently you're not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many times I tell you I don't need your help, don't want your help, apparently you're not going anywhere. So fine. I'll try to talk to you. I'll try to peep you out a little bit and check your temperature and see how you really move. And I like the things like, when Cole comes home, he sees that Dr. Crow is sitting there with his mother, and the mom, talks to Cole and everything for a minute and so forth and so on. And then, Dr. Crow is just there, you know what I'm saying? He's, like I said, being patient, and he's trying to figure out ways to get this kid to open up. So he's playing the game of, hey, I tell you what, I want you to come sit in this chair with me, but Cole is like, mm-mm. And I'm gonna tell you something too, man. You notice, like, he didn't want to have a conversation with him. Like, he just was head nodding and so forth and so on, right? And my first time watching, you just kind of like, okay, that's kind of how a shy kid may act. But no, he was not saying something for a whole nother reason, bro. And I'll come back to it. So he wants him to sit in the chair. Cole doesn't want to sit in the chair. So he's like, well, I'll tell you what, if I'll ask some questions, and if I'm right, you take one step toward the chair. If I'm wrong, you take a step back toward the door. And I'm like, okay, that's smart. And he was on point for a minute, bro. He was like, I got these magic powers, man. I can figure you out, bro. I'm a psychic, So he's on point for a second. He's getting him to step closer, and he was like one step away from that chair, man. And when Bruce started firing off some more questions, it was like, yeah, nah, bro, you're losing me. You're losing me. And he just started stepping back toward that door. And I was like, that was really powerful for me too. You know what I'm saying? Because it was kind of a battle of the brains with them for a second. But again, like I said,
I agree, man.
Yeah, and like I said, you notice right then, because there are certain things that happen in this movie that if you go back and watch it, you like, that was my clue right there. He barely said anything verbally to Dr. Cole at that moment when anybody else was around. So, of course, Dr. Crow gets the question's wrong, and Cole walks off. He's like, yeah, we'll try again next time, partner. But again, Dr. Crow isn't going anywhere. He's very persistent. Like he like you said, bro, he wants to try a different method. He felt like he failed Vincent Gray. He doesn't want to fail Cole Sear. So he's on it, man. He stays on it, man. Everywhere Cole goes, he's right there. And like I said, Cole just, it's like he got to a part where he just relented and just said, look, fine. Apparently you're not going anywhere. So let me try to give you an opportunity and let me hear you out a little bit. And right then is where you kind of see his defenses come down. More than anything, Cole just wants someone to listen to him and believe him, because what he's going through and the secret that he has, no one will believe him. But running into this psychiatrist who seems like he won't go anywhere. He seems to find someone that will finally look at him unlike everybody else looks at him, which is, as he said, they look at me like a freak. You know, like I'm a freak of nature. You know what I mean? So I don't want to tell anybody, not even my mom. I don't want my mom looking at me. She's the only one that does not look at me like that, and I don't want to ruin that. Now his mom, as we've noticed, you know what I'm saying, which she's a good mom, man. You know, she works 2 jobs. She's doing the best she can. You know, she lost her husband. You know what I'm saying? The husband passed. You know, Cole likes to wear his glasses with no lenses in them. You know, just to feel something. You know what I'm saying? You know, feel that closest to his dad.
These Papa glasses, man. But
yeah,
you know, the lenses hurt my eyes, so I'm just take them out.
Exactly.
Wear them proud.
Which is cool. I mean, heart wrenching too, but it's cool. Like, you know, just to have a piece of your dad, you know what I'm saying, is comfort for him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, now his mother's doing the best she can. She's a single mom. She's holding it down the best she can, and she's trying to, you know, she's there for her kid. She's down for her kid too, man. You know, but there's strange things that's going on that she notices. Like, you know, they're in the kitchen. You know, she's trying to feed her kid. She walks off to the back room. She walks on back. All the cabinets are open. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, wait, whoa, what? Cole, what you doing, bro? You looking for something? You know, and Cole, being the advanced kid that he is, he knows knows that if he was to tell his secret, this would freak his mom out. So he lies. Like, yeah, I was looking for some Pop-Tarts. He ain't moved 1 inch. You know, he been sitting at that table the whole time. Hey, look, sitting at the table the whole time with his hands flat on the table, like, you know how they tell you, like in a criminal or something. Don't move. Place your hands on the table. Flat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got his hands flat.
Like a roach when you got the lights on, child. Just stay in place.
Boy, if I don't move, they won't see me. Yeah. So we already see something's going on, bro. Like, some of the cabinets he couldn't even reach. I was like, how you think he opened that cabinet door? But whatever. So she's already going through a couple things where she's like, okay, something's off, a little off, you know, with my kid. But what I did like about her, bro, is that even if you know that she probably was thinking something, she would let him know that, because he's like, what are you thinking, mama? Are you mad at me? She's like, look at my face. Look at my face. Do I look like I would be mad at you? And I'm like, nah, but you kind of seem like it a little bit. You know what I mean? When you like, go to your room. Go to your. But yeah, man. So, you know, you can see the struggle with everybody. Everybody has a conflict. But as we go on, as more strange things happen, as things get moved with no explanation, we find out from the doctor that the doctor is like, you know, hey, Cole, like, what's really going on with you, man? Like, you know, I need to break through. So he finally divulges the fact that, hey, you know, and he did it in story form, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, once upon a time, there was this doctor named Malcolm. And he basically tells Cole, like, hey, I had a kid back in the day like you that you remind me of. And I couldn't help him. I failed this kid. But I really believe that I can do this, you know, help you. And if I help you, it'll be like helping that other kid. And we know that's what it's all about.
Job's not finished, man.
Right.
That's what it was. That's what it was for Malcolm, man. If I can say that like you said, man, if I can say that I helped Cole, then it'll make me feel better for not being able to help Vincent.
That's right. And so now we definitely know Malcolm's motivation. And because of him divulging and showing his vulnerability. See, it wasn't until he showed his vulnerability to Cole that it made Cole trust him and say, okay, this grown-up is basically saying, hey, I made a mistake. This is what happened with me. You know, I want to share this with you. It wasn't until that happened that we saw Cole finally let down his defenses and say, I'm ready to tell you my secret now. I see dead people. Yeah. Yeah, and you're like, whoa.
Sorry, I'm programmed.
I already know.
I just,
It's all good.
you know.
Yeah, but still, they not like us. But however, what I'm saying is still, at that moment, you're like, whoa. And even Dr. Malcolm is like, whoa, what you mean? Like in the graves or in your sleep? He's like, no, I see him walking around, bruh, all the time doing normal people
you
stuff.
See normal people? They are normal people to me because I see them.
Yeah.
You see that lady right there behind you?
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about. She just said good night.
Good night, exactly.
That's what she said.
Good day, sir. So yeah,
Good day to you, sir.
So and this is mind blowing because now I did notice this is 48 minutes into the movie. At 48 minutes into the movie, Cole definitely tells him this is what this is all about. This is what you've been waiting on for 47 minutes to find out what's going on with me, bro. I see dead people, and like you said, bro, it's been used in so much stuff, so many parodies. Scary Movie with Marlon Wayans and all that, they did it. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, made fun of it, but it was just one of them lines, man. Like, yo, we had never heard it like that before. You see what I'm saying? And being delivered by this little boy who acted his butt off, man. Acted his butt off.
Man, that boy had it in his jeans, brother.
Come on, man. He had
it in his jeans, man. He was delivering them lines. He made you feel the emotion, like a scared kid that's like, I really don't know what this is.
Right.
This petrifies me that I can see these people and they scare me because I don't know what they want.
Correct. And I mean, you're a kid. Of course that would. You know what I'm saying? Of course that would. It was justified, rightfully so, right? He should be terrified. But of course, as we see with Malcolm, Dr. Malcolm, he still kind of has some of the remnants of how he was before. Because his next very thing is he's saying into his recorder, this kid has this kind of disorder and so forth and so on. So he's basically retreading, you know what I'm saying? He's just doing some of the same things again. But this time, fortunately, there's other things that's been transpiring. Of course, he has he goes back home, you know what I mean? Tries to be there with his wife, tries to talk to his wife. His wife, hasn't been communicating with him, he does things like try to go to the basement. For some reason, he can't get into the basement. You know what I mean? Keeps patting his pikers like, oh man, I can't find that key. But there's definitely a difference between what you saw in the beginning with them being so close and where they are now, right? They don't talk to each other. They kind of go the opposite ways. He goes to meet her for dinner and she barely speaking to him. He's trying to pay for the check. She grabs the check. She want to pay for it. So you definitely see like, okay, there's something going on with them. What happened? Like, did this happen just because of the guy breaking in? Is she mad that somebody broke into their house because he didn't do his job well enough? Like, what is going on? You know what I mean? So there's the mystery of that. Not only is the mystery of what's going on with Cole, you also have the mystery of what's going on with Dr. Malcolm and his wife. And I do like that we have both of these things going on because you're not just focused on Cole and the him seeing dead people. You're actually also focused and splitting your focus on the fact that Malcolm and his wife they seem, almost estranged or something. Like what's really going on? And you see this other little young guy kind of sniffing around and you know what I mean, trying to see what's going on with his wife. And you're like, yo, hey, whoa, like this kind of bold, bro. You coming on to the house and everything. Like you don't know I'm here, bro. I'm in the basement, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, there's a lot of mystery going on, but that's what I like about M. Night. He's definitely able to set up, the mystique, you know what I mean, of the situation and make you like, I wonder what's going on, which is why he's so good at having these twists, these endings with these twists. So, but what we also find out is that, because now with things going on with his wife and all this other stuff, he's a little distraught, man. He's trying to find out like what is going on, man. And he goes back into those files, bro, and he finds that Vincent Gray tape. All you screwheads out there, you heard me say gray tapes, but anyway, so So,
Hint, hint, wink,
you
wink.
know what I mean? I throw it up at that, you know what I mean? But you see the Vincent Gray tapes, and my man goes back and he's like trying to listen. He's like, listening, nothing. He's listening, nothing. He's rewinding, he's listening, nothing. But he starts like, wait, hold on. What did I just hear? He turns up the volume. And he turns up the volume again. And he's listening. And you know what he finds, X?
What's that, brother?
That Vincent Gray, this whole time, was going through the exact same thing that Cole Sear was going through.
Oh, no way.
He saw dead people. Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah.
What a twist?
What a twist. And that's just one of them. He actually he now he understands why, the man went slap crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't help me if you'd have just listened to me and not wrote me off as just another person with a disorder and put me into the crazy house or something, then you might have been able to actually help me. And it's this revelation that Dr. Malcolm Crowe has that lets him know, I believe you, Cole. I believe you, but I want to know now, let's get to the bottom of this. What is exactly going on? What do you think that these ghosts want from you? What is it? It's got to be something. And I thought that was cool, Dan, because he, like, just like Cole said, like, how you know? You know what I'm saying? What if you wrong? You know what I mean? But he took a chance, bro, and it makes sense because there was such a frequency to them coming to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do they keep bugging this little boy like that? But it was such a frequency. But that was because, even though they said the line in the trailer, not in the movie, but that was because obviously they sensed that this person can see me. He's reacting to my presence. Let me see if I can communicate with him. And that's what basically we find out, that these ghosts just want to be heard. They just want somebody to help them with whatever unresolved issues that they have. And even though Cole was initially frightened, we see that, he got the courage enough to at least ask the question, hey, is there something I can do to help you? This part after, bro. Which I'm gonna give a shout out to my man, because that teacher, bro, I just gotta say is one of my favorite funny parts in the movie. But the teacher, of course, you know what I'm saying, when Cole tried to tell him what actually happened at the school and so forth and so on, and then he started telling them, like, hey,
yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. We call that trauma in the hood, big dog. He made that man go back to that time in his life where it seemed like the roles were reversed, right? He kind of had a little conniption, and rightfully so, man. It's
yeah.
When there's something different about you that people don't understand, the easiest thing for them to do is make fun of it. So,
And how did they do it? Stuttering Stanley. Oh my God. So I gotta tell you, man, anytime I hear somebody do that, I gotta hit it with Stuttering Stanley. Like, oh my God, but that teacher lost it, boy. He was like, boy, he started stuttering his butt off, man.
I tell you, that
hilarious.
Man lost his mind. He lost every inch of his mind.
Oh my God.
Boy.
For y'all that have seen The Sixth Sense, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. The part. I just had to. That's an honorable mention. I had to shout it out because I know anybody that's probably watched it and listening to us would be like, "Oh, you ain't gonna even mention the Stuttering Stanley?" So yes, I mentioned the Stuttering Stanley, baby. Got to have
it. You what?
For sure.
Stuttering Stanley.
Come on, man.
Stanley.
Classic.
And to the point. And to the point where my man's
started stuttering. So
which lets you know that you can get over your stutter. It's all mental.
Yeah.
Because he brought him back to that mental space.
Yeah.
Oh, it was over, brother.
It was a wrap.
It was cooked.
Yes, sir.
It was a wrap.
And so, as we were saying earlier, we find out that he actually can, does want, or the ghosts actually do want Cole to help. And, of course, I won't tell the whole exact movie, but I will say that what Cole actually goes to do per the ghost instructions really reveals just how horrific, how some parents can just be monsters to their kids. And these things have happened for real, man. So to find out what was actually going on with the daughter, the ghost daughter that asked Cole to help her, to find out what was going on with her, man, was just like, oh my God, how could you? Oh my God. Deep. And the parent that they chose to make the actual issue, I was like, whoa, they could have gone the other way, but no. I was like, yo, crazy. But of course, there's the biggest twist of them all. This whole time that Dr. Malcolm has been trying to help Cole get through his trauma and to find out what's really going on with him, we find out that Dr. Malcolm Crowe is a ghost. This whole time. Biggest twist ever.
What?
Let me tell you something, man. At that time, X, bro, there was no bigger twist in movies at that particular time. That was the biggest twist of a movie at that particular time, when it was revealed that this whole time Dr. Malcolm Crowe was actually a ghost. And that is why Cole could see him, but no one else could. That's why when he was in there with his mother, the mother was never talking to him. That's why the wife was never talking to him. That's why nobody ever reacted to this person standing next to this kid this whole time. And it blew our minds, bro. But as a first-time viewer, did you know what was going on? I just got to know.
I started getting a little bit of an inclination when they started referencing the fact that Cole can, when Cole sees him. So I started to speculate, but I didn't want to guess. I didn't want to, I let myself feel the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I kept my reviewer cap on, but I was trying to feel the movie. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was a real nice touch, because I said, wow. And then the details start coming back, like the fact that the bullet went straight through, and you start seeing that hole again on his clothes. The fact that you start remembering the small details, all the blood from his back from bleeding out.
Right there on his shirt.
Well, that was something right there.
Yeah. The wedding ring was in the wife's hand. She drops the ring. He looks at his hand like, oh, wait, whoa. But Cole told him.
I could have swore I was wearing that.
But Cole told him that y'all see what y'all want to see. Y'all can't even see each other. You see what you want to see because you don't want to be dead. That was the thing. That's why when he heard what was on that tape and he translated what was being said, he doesn't want to die. That ghost was saying to that boy, I don't want to die. So they don't want to go. They're still holding on. Certain artifacts or whatever, materials they're holding on to. They're attached to that thing. So they can't move on. And like I said, man, the biggest twist, but also a lot of things were
finished business to say.
Yeah. Correct, bro. A lot of resolutions. His wife, hey, listen, you know what, baby? I'm sorry. I didn't want to leave you, but it happened. But I want you to live your life now. Live your life, man. Just live it. Let me go. Just know that I love you and I'm taking that love with me. I will always love you, but I need you to rest now. It's time for you to sleep. It's time for you to let it go.
That was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Cole was like, hey, I know. You know what? Why don't you try talking to your wife when she's asleep?
Right.
And maybe she'll hear you.
Right.
I was like, oh, that man know.
Yeah.
He knows something I don't.
Yep. He knew.
And then it just started adding up and making sense. Like you said, you see, as the dead, you see what you want to see.
Right.
No one ever really wants to go when it's their time. But if we roam around this earth with unfinished business, we try our best to try to clean it up,
Yeah.
One of the things I learned, man. So it was deep, man. And I put myself in that time frame when I thought about it, and I was like, I can see how this might have been crazy to really think, well, okay, now it makes sense because, like you were even mentioning throughout recalling this movie, hey, there are breadcrumbs that were like, well, I'm already laying it out for you. You're just not
Mhm.
catching up on it yet.
Mhm.
So it was like, points where you were like, well, yeah, that was my sign right there, or something else I could have picked up on. But when M Night want us to go on a ride, we going on a ride that he want us on, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was a great movie. And then of course the very last one with Cole basically revealing this to his mom, letting her know like, hey, mama, this is what's been going on all the time, and you know, grandma actually says hello, and she's the one that's been moving certain stuff, what I'm saying, around, and
Oh, that was tough.
oh,
Man. That was tough.
boy, tell me your eyes didn't well up, dog. Come on, man. I know your eyes had to well up a little bit.
Man. I took that one.
Okay.
I had to take that on the chin, man.
Okay.
That was tough.
Yeah. Just to know that, hey, no, I'm proud. I know what you said when you came to the grave, and there's no way Cole would have known that. So for him to say it like, oh, that just brought her, bro. She couldn't even breathe. She couldn't even breathe. So
Yeah, man. I feel like our loved ones is always with us.
come on, man.
Whether it be the way the wind blows,
Yeah.
might be certain drift in the pond or whatever. It's just they throw out subtle reminders all the time to let us know that they're there watching over us.
That's
So,
right.
yeah, that hit home a little bit. I was like, man,
Mm.
I know that hit home.
Come on, man. Come on. So, I want to give a shout out, man, to Donnie Wahlberg, who played the role of Vincent Gray. You wouldn't even know he played it so well. You wouldn't even know that was Donnie Wahlberg, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing,
Bucket naked.
Bucket Nakeds. Yeah, man. Great movie. It still holds up to today for me. I'm a person who have watched it multiple times over the years, and after watching it again, it did hold my attention. I was able to look in the background and see certain things, that I felt like, okay. I can respect that. I can respect his vision. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this thing. I want to go ahead and give you the review of The Sixth Sense. For me, a movie that was made in 1999 that can stand the test of time. It says a lot. This movie is definitely a movie that can stand the test of time. If you're not so focused on the style of cars or all the technology, if you kind of take that out of the window, you know what I'm saying, put that out the window, this movie definitely still holds up. If you're just looking at a story about a troubled kid and a troubled child psychiatrist, who both actually needed each other. It took them getting together to actually solve the other one's issues. To watch that form, to watch them both build trust with each other, because not only did Cole have to build trust for, Dr. Malcolm had to build enough trust for Cole to even let him know that he failed a kid. I mean, you're literally telling a kid that you're trying to help, hey, I failed a kid before, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't trust me, I get it, but I'd want to be honest with you and let you know. So to watch their dynamic together, I was just like, wow. And definitely, like I said, man, just watching a single mom trying to struggle through, how do I deal with and help my kid who obviously has some things going on, but he's not sharing with me what's actually happening, so I don't know how to help him. And because he has marks on his body, even what I'm trying to say, defects or whatever they want to say, child protection services, they want to come and talk to me about my kid. I'm not doing anything to my kid, but my kid obviously has visible marks on him, and I don't know how to help him. To watch her struggle through that, man, I was like, wow, you know what I mean? I was impressed with her acting as well, to watch her try to figure out how to help her kid who she loves so much. And when she's saying, look at my face, do I look like I'm disappointing you? Yes, you you actually do, because this is a weird thing going on. You asking your kid like, "Hey, who moved the butterfly pendant?" And he's telling you, "No, ain't nobody else in the house, bruh. You obviously had to move it." You know what I'm saying? I mean, what parent wouldn't think that? You're not gonna think that your kid sees ghosts and ghosts are moving your pendant, obviously. So to see her go back and forth like, "Well, just go to your room," you know what I'm saying? You could see the frustration in her. She didn't know what else to do, but she loves her kid. You know, he's not a bad kid. He's not a kid that even looks like he lies and gets into trouble and stuff like that. But she's just like, I don't get it. So to watch that, man, was like, wow. And again, like I said, us knowing what's going on with the movie, knowing that Bruce Willis actually is a ghost and everything, but to see him not act like one, to see Cole not act like he's one either. Cole never acted like, hey, you're a ghost, man, and you're scaring me. Because all the other ghosts that he interacted with, they scared him, but not Dr. Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? But why? One, I believe that he was a child psychiatrist. So in his world, he's you know, he knows how to start a conversation, but also he doesn't know he's dead. So for him, you know, he's just like, hey, I'm just doing what I do. So to watch all of that, man, and to see M. Night directed in a way where you really don't know what's going on until the end, until he's ready to unveil the magic trick. You're just engaged. Now, of course, like you said, you know, you may have a hint or two. You're like, I wonder, you know what I'm saying? But nobody really knows what's going on until that very last moment. And had I not known that already, I would probably still think that to this day. So, like I said, as I'm watching this, man, going through certain little things, saying like, oh, okay, I definitely see some of the hints, you know what I mean? For example, like, you know, the fact that Cole wouldn't talk out loud to Dr. Crow when he was just in there sitting with his mom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why wouldn't you talk out loud? His mom was just in there. Obviously, she knows he's in there, but he's a ghost. He knows that if he talks out loud, his mom will be like, hey, who are you talking to? Just watching Cole also not want to scare his mom or not have his mom look at him crazy, he had to act his butt off for that as well. So, still watching that, man, like, wow, I gain even more respect for, you know, for the actors in this movie. So for me, man, even 26 years later, I have to give this a score of 8.5. It holds true to the day. Great movie. Great movie.
Well, ladies and germs, you heard it here first from the man himself, man. You know, Price always loves to break things down so elegantly, man. You know what I'm saying? 26 years, man. You know, for me, if y'all have been a fan of the show, and, you know, as our dedicated hangers have been watching, I was 4 years old when this movie came out. So, give y'all a little perspective. Again, I watch a lot of sketch comedy, you know, parody television. So yeah, I knew of the references, you know, but actually being able to take in the film, really try to digest it, you know, it kind of came in a tone-hearted way that it made me feel kind of like, you know, I can understand the lore. I think I left that film feeling like I understand the lore of it. I understand the simplicity of it, you know. As I'm learning more about Bruce Willis's catalog, it, you know, not that I didn't already know that he was that guy, but, you know, just understanding why he's that guy. And M. Night really saying like, okay, this is the one that got their eyes, so let me double back and take him to space, and which of course is what he did, like we discussed earlier. But going back to this film, I feel like it had a lot of intricacies and beauty to it, you know? Like it came off very like, if you're following it for just the film, right? It tells a great story of, you know, turning fear into inspiration, conquering your fears, you know, conflict resolution. It so much like sincerable family moments that made me, you know, all warm, tingly inside and whatnot. And I feel this movie, you know, for being a 26-year-old film, I think it still holds up as a psychological thriller. I'm starting to really understand the style of M Night when we get to see how he wants to do these things, because these twists and these climaxes are crazy, man. And when you really think about it in the aspect of, wow, let me hit him over the head with the, okay, this happens to Malcolm, but you don't understand the whole picture of what happened to Malcolm. Okay, Cole, like you said in your review, they needed each other to help understand, for Malcolm to help close that chapter, and for Cole so he can learn to move forward with his superpower, because his superpower was to help. He was a literal voice for the voiceless because they passed away. So once he learned not to be afraid of these people and really like honed in and said, okay, I could really do some good with this, it really hit. Fear versus acceptance was another thing that came to my mind, and just being able to understand, okay, like I said, I can really do something with these powers, or I can really do something with this. This isn't just something that I should just be afraid of, that I could run and cower and hide, and I can be somewhat quote unquote normal. Redemption obviously was a heavy theme. I feel like I got through this too, because not just for Cole, but definitely for Malcolm. So I feel like the roller coaster it took me on, man, the ride I went on, it left me in a good space, man. It is. I think I'm gonna rate this I think in my heart of hearts, I think I'm gonna rate it a 7.5. And again, not to say that it's a bad movie, you know, but the only thing I feel not even flawed is just, sometimes the execution felt a little drawn a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's just small nitpicky stuff. But for a 26-year-old film, I still feel like it holds to the test of time. I can understand the allure to it. I can understand the fanfare for it. And overall, I think it's still a good movie, because our movie rating is an 8.0. So,
Yes.
I think it holds up, brother.
I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. Without a doubt. The reason why I scored it higher is because of the fact that, yes, I'm aware of all the jump scares. I'm aware of the plot twists, and everything like that. But when I honed in on the heart of the movie, when I honed in on the fact that when I still listen to that part at the end with him talking about his grandmother and she was there while the mother was dancing, it still wells my eyes up, man, to this day. And I'm like, how can you do that? And I already know what's going on. I already know what's about to be said, and I'm still welling up. You know what I mean? Like, whoa. So, yeah, I'm like, okay.
I think, unfortunately for me, if I was in your shoes, I think that would help shape that perspective too. 'Cause I feel like being able to grow with a film, as we've talked about before doing this, man, when you come back to something after years and years, obviously you've seen it, but when you come back to it with the lens that we have now, and like you said, it can still get you to feel how you feel. Oh no, without a doubt, that's a good movie, hands down.
Yes, sir.
No debates.
Yes, sir. So there it is. You guys have our review for the Hangout Experience Halloween Edition.
Ooh.
But of course, we cannot end this out, man. We got a couple things we got to do, man. So please hit us with that QOTD.
Yes, sir. Ladies and germs, this week's quote reads, "Remember, you are the only one that can protect your mental health."
Woo! Boy.
Somebody gonna listen, child.
Boy.
No one listened to Vincent, but someone listened to Cole.
Woo. Boy, if don't nobody know, trust me. If you know, you know. Please believe me. I am definitely about protecting my mental health. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Good one, man. Good one. But also, we also have a mantra around here that we live by. And that mantra is, It's not the quantity of people, it's the quality. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I know this one ran a little bit longer, but it's a special. You know, anytime you got a special, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna go a little bit longer than normal. You know what I mean? But we appreciate y'all hanging out with us here at the Hangout Experience. I love it. But of course, you know, none of this stuff would be possible, man, if we didn't have the help of the best producer in the world. So we got to get the shout out to Timmy, the producer.
Timmy.
All right, y'all. That's another one. That's a wrap, baby. We will be back. You know what I'm saying? We here. We're going to be ready for November. We're going to see what's coming up in November, baby. But this is the end of October. This is the end of Spooky Month. We hope that you have enjoyed everything, all our reviews in this month. We love you. Please come back. Peace.
Y'all come back now, you hell.
Children's stand, please!
Stop
Children's
that.
stand, please! Children's stand, please!
Shut up, you freak!